There's a photograph on my bedside table, a frozen moment of forever. You were the sunrise after my longest night, the gentle hand that led me toward the light. Now the silence fills the spaces where you stood, and every memory hurts because it felt so good. I never knew goodbye could echo this long. I'm still holding on to us, to the dreams we used to share, to every whispered promise floating somewhere in the air. Though you're far away and nothing feels the same, I'm still holding on to us, still calling out your name. I walk the streets we wandered, the places that we knew, searching for reflections of the life I had with you. The world keeps moving forward, but my heart stands still, waiting for a miracle that may never be real. Love doesn't disappear, it changes into scars, the kind that shine forever, like constellations in the dark. I'm still holding on to us, to the dreams we used to share, to every whispered promise floating somewhere in the air. Though you're far away and nothing feels the same, I'm still holding on to us, still calling out your name. And if tomorrow comes without you by my side, I'll carry what we were for the rest of my life. The music's fading slowly, but my heart still hears it. We spun beneath the city lights, two shadows intertwined, believing every second would outlast the hands of time. You looked into my eyes and made the world stand still, a feeling I could never replace or ever kill. Give me one last dance, one more chance to stay, one more night beneath your memory. There's a photograph on my bedside table, a frozen moment of forever. You were the sunrise after my longest night, the gentle hand that led me toward the light. Now the silence fills the spaces where you stood, and every memory hurts because it felt so good. I never knew goodbye could echo this long. I'm still holding on to us, to the dreams we used to share, to every whispered promise floating somewhere in the air. Though you're far away and nothing feels the same, I'm still holding on to us, still calling out your name. The streets we wandered, the places that we knew, searching for reflections of the life I had with you. The world keeps moving forward, but my heart stands still, waiting for a miracle that may never be real. Love doesn't disappear, it changes into scars, the kind that shine forever, like constellations in the dark. I'm still holding on to us, to the dreams we used to share, to every whispered promise floating somewhere in the air. Though you're far away and nothing feels the same, I'm still holding on to us, still calling out your name. And if tomorrow comes without you by my side, I'll carry what we were.
For Australia. In goal for them, it is the surprise inclusion of Patrick Beach. It is a back three of Alessandro Cicciotti, the captain Harry Souttar and Cameron Burgess. The two wing-backs are Jordan Bosch and Jacob Italiano, whilst Aidan O'Neill and Paul Ocon-Engstler are playing in behind Nestori Irakundu and Connor Metcalf, who are playing just behind Mohamed Touré in a 3-4-2-1 shape. For Turkey, in goal for them is Ergan Shakir. It's a back four of Meri Demiral, Abdul Karim Bardachki, Zeki Çelik and Ferdi Kadioglu. It's a three-man midfield of Ismail Yüksek, Hakan Çanakkoglu, who is the captain, and Orkan Koçu, whilst Baris Alper Yilmaz and Arda Güler play either side of the lone striker Kerem Aktoglu. Aktoglu, who isn't naturally a striker, is naturally a winger in fact. So on the bench for Tony Popovic's side, A little bit of a surprise seeing Matty Ryan left on the bench. We expected him to be the starting goalkeeper, but he is alongside the other goalkeeper, Paul Izzo, on the bench. Then they have Milos Degenek, Jeris Guerra, Aziz Bahich, Lucas Harrington, Kai Troin, Cameron Devlin, Jackson Irvine, Matthew Leckie, Adin Hrustic, Ava Mabil, Christian Volpato, Nishan Velupale, and Tete Yengi was on the bench for Vincenzo Montella's team. Their sub-goalkeepers are Mert Gunuk and Altar Bayandir. They're alongside Kaglar Sohunchu, Eren El Mali, Ozan Kabak, Mert Mulder, Samet Yakadin, Khan Ahan, Sally Oshjan, Irfin Kavache, Yunus Akgun, August Adin, Chan Uzun, Dennis Goul, and surprisingly so, Kenan Yildiz is left on the bench. So we are underway in this game here in Vancouver in Canada at BC Field. The referee today is the Venezuelan official Jesus Venezuela, typically seen refereeing in the Saudi Pro League or in the CONMEBOL. Also refereed at last summer's FIFA Club World Cup, which of course was hosted in the United States of America. He oversaw Manchester City's thrilling defeat against Al Hilal in the knockout stage. A game in which Al Hilal won in extra time despite a late equaliser from Phil Foden. Leonardo gave them the win. So here is Turkey on the ball. Out on the right side, it's with Çelik. Çelik will just give it to Arda Güler of Real Madrid. Comes into Koçu. Koçu will just give it to Kadioglu. Kadioglu will lay it off to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. The captain gets his shot away and it deflects out behind for a corner. He's a player that I'm sure the Australian team will have been preparing for. Hakan Çalhanoğlu plays his club football in Italy with Inter Milan. He's one of the world's most feared free kick specialists. So we're waiting for the corner to be delivered in here. Both arms going up in the air of the aforementioned Çalhanoğlu. Floated in. And it's headed over the bar, and I think Ismail Yüksek may have just collided with the defender Cameron Burgess. He plays for Swansea City, does Cameron Burgess. There, it's come directly off the head of Harry Souttar, actually, and I think Souttar actually headed the back of his teammate's head. So now, Çalhanoğlu with another corner. It's again met by Burgess in there. Australia can get it away, but only to the edge of the box. It's going to be floated towards the far post. Hakan Çalhanoğlu will try and get there. It's just going to be headed out by Italiano. So Turkey will be looking to put a bit of pressure on Patrick Beach in the Australia goal. It is with Güler. Güler will play it into Çalhanoğlu. It's given away, and Australia can go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Beach, in his all black goalkeeper kit. He launches it out, but he can only hit his own manager, Tony Popovic. Former World Cup player. He was a key defender in Australia's famous 2005 World Tournament qualification campaign. He won multiple coaching trophies in Australia. Comes out to Ferdi Kadioglu. Kadioglu will come all the way back to Bardachki. Bardachki on the ball. Let's play 1-2 with Demiral. Demiral back into Bardachki. And very patient on the ball at the moment are Turkey. Ismail Yüksek. Just out to Zeki Çelik. Çelik gives it to Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the midfielder for Turkey. It's a forward ball into Volkan Koçu. Koçu out to the right side to Çelik. Very patient at the moment now, Turkey, but that's a well-timed pass into Çelik, but it's well defended by Cameron Burgess, who's had to be very busy early on here. There is Turkey on the ball, comes into Bardakçı. Bardakçı out to Ferdi Kadıoğlu. Now it's with Yilmaz. Yilmaz back into the right-footed left-back. It's back into Yilmaz now. He will drive inside. We'll find Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Go out to the right side with Zeki Çelik. Here's Arda Güler. That's lovely footwork by him. Gets a left-footed effort at goal. It ends up going wide of the goal. And the young sensation for Turkey. There's a decent move there, and Arda Güler just tried to bend it into the far corner, but wasn't quite able to execute what he was going for. So the major shock in the starter lineups when they were announced was that Patrick Beach, a former softball player, 22-year-old Sydney Sider, was a defender until he reached the under-14 age group when he asked to make the switch between the post. Started in the New South Wales development programme at Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Beach headed overseas to trial at teams in Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland before a final trial at Premier League bound Ipswich Town. He eventually signed with the Central Coast Mariners in 2023. It wasn't until he was picked up by Melbourne City in 2024 that he made his A-League debut. Within 12 months, he was an A-League champion. And it was only about 15 months ago that he earned his first Socceroos call-up before later that year making his debut against Venezuela, earning man of the match honours at the first time of asking. So certainly a surprise to see Patrick Beach as the starting goalkeeper. Matty Ryan's one of the most well-known Australia players, as Vincenzo Montella is the Turkey coach, an experienced man. Montella, who is Italian, and I think it's safe to say that this Turkey side has certainly got an Italian spine to it, despite still having that Turkish free-flowing ideology. He's been the architect behind the national team's resurgence since his appointment in 2023. He's nicknamed the Little Airplane because of his goal celebration. He was a prolific striker before becoming a coach. He has fully immersed himself in the culture and certainly gets the Turkish psyche. He said that Turkish culture is very close to that of the place where he spent his childhood. He was born and raised near Naples. Montella has managed a team much better than most Turkish coaches of the past. Gone all the major fractures or squabbles between players and staff. And the Italians' default is a 4-2-3-1 setup. He's certainly not afraid to mix things up and has proven to be an astute tactician. He's a stylish, composed, likeable character who's built one of the strongest Turkey teams in modern history. Here is Bardakçı. He'll play it forward towards Volkan Koçu. And Koçu out to the right flank. Comes into Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He'll just come back into Koçu. There's a nice shape about Australia off the ball at the moment. In quite a clear 5-4-1 shape. As it's just going to be clipped over the top, but it'll safely be seen out by Harry Souttar, and it'll be a goal kick for Australia. It's not too much hope for Australia coming into this World Tournament. They do have a sneaky feeling that they can cause an upset as Patrick Beach will put the ball down and will play it short out to Jordan Bosch. Bosch of Feyenoord will go down the left side, stretches legs, plays it inside and gives it away. And now it's with Arda Güler out on the right flank. We'll come back to Zeki Çelik. And then it's back with Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu just comes out to the left side, finding Ferdi Kadıoğlu now. And he will go forward. And at the moment, it just does feel like Turkey are trying to force it a little bit. They're getting on the ball, but it certainly does feel like when they get it into the midfield areas, they're just trying to force it forward as Australia can now come out to the right side. Comes to Jacob Italiano. Italiano, despite the surname, is Australian born. Known for his speed and attacking runs down the flank. As it comes into him, he crosses it in, trying to find Nestori Irakundu. It goes all the way out to the fellow wing-back now, Jordan Bosch. Bosch will send the right-footed delivery in. That'll be headed away by Demiral. And Turkey are able to clear away. It's brought down by Arda Güler, who will bring it down. Australia can just send it out to Jordan Bosch now. He goes inside into the right side with Italiano. Now Conor Metcalf, 1-2 between them. And just bring it forward. It's on this right side now. It's lofted up towards Kerem Aktoglu, who's surging forward. It's well tackled. It's back with Arda Güler now. Güler can just turn back. We're back with him. We'll play a quick 1-2 with Okan Koçu. Güler now towards Koçu. Goes back into the Real Madrid star. Turkey can just slow it down a little bit. Comes into Bardakci. Bardakci on the ball. Coming to the left side, finding Yilmaz. Yilmaz will cross it in, and like I was saying before, it does just feel like the side in all red are just trying to force it a little bit right now. It's getting out to the left flank to Yilmaz. Tried to cross it in. It wasn't the greatest of deliveries, as Gianni Infantino is watching on today. In the 14th minute of the game. It goes all the way back to Chichati. And he'll go back to Patrick Beach. Beach into Harry Suter. And across to Cameron Burgess. Burgess will bounce it back to Jordan Bosch. And then it's the midfielder, Okan Ensler, who will just bring a long ball up for number 5, Jordan Bosch, to chase, but full back on that far side for Roma. Zeki Çelik is just able to guide it out. He was a Liga title winner with Lille during their surprise championship season. He's actually the youngest of 9 brothers, is Zeki Çelik. He played in Turkey's lower divisions and earned a Turkey call-up while still playing for Istanbulspor, which is a rare achievement. In the 2020-21 French Ligue 1 title with Lille, been in the dominance of Paris Saint-Germain. In 2022, he moved to Roma, became only the 4th Turkish player to represent the club. And ball searched up towards Yilmaz. He's unable to get there. Ball goes back to Patrick Beach. Beach will launch it up, and the referee said that the original ball forward for Yilmaz was an infringement because he was in an offside position. As Tony Popovic, in his all-black suit, chews his gum down on the sidelines. So the ball comes all the way back now with Chichati. He'll go back to the goalkeeper in all black. Patrick Beach now. Beach will just play it up and then we'll come back into the goalkeeper. We'll come out to number 3, Chichati. He will send the ball up for Mohamed Touré to get to. Touré looking around for his support. Trying to take it past Mary Demiral. I think it's taken a touch off Demiral and will go out for a corner. Turkish central defender there. He's in Italy with Atalanta. Just quick to it. It's actually has come out for a corner. So it's the St. Pauli midfielder, Connor Metcalf, who has come over to take it. Both arms go up in the air. It's a packed out 6-yard box in there. It's going to be floated all the way towards the far post. The goalkeeper's unconvincing, but it ends up coming off the head of Chichati, I think it was, and out for a goal kick, but it's certainly unconvincing goalkeeping by Gürkan Shakir. He's long been regarded as one of their top goalkeepers. And they've gone long with the goal kick, but the referee stopped it because I think he's saying that Mr. Irakundu has entered the box before the goal kick was taken. So he's asking for them to retake it, which they will. Comes out to Ferdi Kadioglu on this left flank. Played up towards Okan Koçu. Just brought down by Chichati. And then they're having a little bit of a grappling match down there, trying to wrestle back for the ball. And the referee's quickly making his way over, just trying to calm things down. As there was a little bit of a grappling match between the two sets of players, as it now comes out to the left side with Ferdi Kadioglu. Kadioglu on the ball. Way out to the right side, which finds Celik. Now to Yuksik. Long ball up to Celik, who would move forward. It's into a central position. To Kadioglu with the effort from distance. Now he's ended up just getting his foot caught underneath the ball and sending it over the bar. Disappointing end product there. Just as it came out and just launched it over the bar. Really troubling, well, certainly not troubling Patrick Beach in the Australian goal at all. So Beach will go long. He's going to send a long ball up. Headed forward by Ferdi Kadioglu. Now it's Mohamed Touré who brings it down. He will come forward, but then takes a really poor touch. And that will go out for a goal kick. This game just hasn't really sparked into life just yet. Turkey with the majority of the ball, but unable to break down what has been a resilient Australian backline. Turkey goes long, and it'll be headed by the Leicester City defender, Harry Suter. He rarely played this season because he had been out with a season-long injury. Stands at 6'6". He was actually born in Scotland and is the younger brother of Scottish international John Suter. Many Scottish fans feel that they missed a trick by not getting him called up to the national squad. There is the aforementioned Suter on the ball now. I'm just playing a 1-2 with Chichati. Goes back into Cameron Burgess now. Out on the left side with Jordan Bosch. Bosch tries to send it up, and Zeki Celik's there. Celik will try and send it down the line. That will just clip out. So out on the left side now with Ferdi Kadioglu. Kadioglu will carry it forward. That goes back into Bodachki. It won't be long until we reach the quarter mark and we'll be heading into the hydration break. Demiral, Bodachki, short pass into Chanahoglu. They're very organised at the moment, are Australia. Be headed up, but it's going to be brought down by Bodachki. It's with Demiral. Yuksik just keeps dropping into the middle, and then they'll come all the way back to the goalkeeper in all blue. Gajan Chakir. So Chakir wears the number 23 shirt, despite being the number 1. He had big gloves to fill when he moved to Galatasaray in a record-shattering 25 million deal in 2025, replacing the legendary Fernando Muslera. He has stepped up to another level and arrives at this World Tournament in the form of his life after an impressive season in the League and in the Champions League. He started his professional career with his boyhood club, Trabzonspor, made nearly 300 appearances for the club before last year's switch to Galatasaray. And in the Super League, Trabzonspor in the 2021-22 season. He's now 30 years old is Chakir, as we do go into that aforementioned hydration break. So 22 minutes on the clock here, and as much as it is an opportunity for the players to take some refreshments on board, it's an opportunity for Vincenzo Montella and Tony Popovic to bring in their players and pass on some instructions. We are in Vancouver, and it is currently 21 degrees, so it's not unbelievably hot, but it is warm despite being in Canada. So they're having some intense chats down there. It's members of the Australian backroom staff who are passing on a lot of instructions. It's quite intense with the many there are speaking to the players. Vincenzo Montella now speaking to his captain, Hakan Chanahoglu. I'm sure Tony Popovic will be delighted with the way that his side have played so far. Very animated down there. There's the manager, Popovic, who coaches like he played as a hard-nosed defender in his 58 matches for the Socceroos, including being part of the renowned 2006 World Cup squad. And the 52-year-old values substance over style, but does find a way to make it work with a coaching record that includes 2 A-League premierships and an Asian Champions League crown. Popovic quickly put his fingerprint all over the Socceroos when taking charge in September 2024, with their qualification hopes floundering, and his steely determination and besides newfound sharper edge, but their ticket to 6 consecutive global showpiece. This is a very tricky group, but he will be delighted with the way that they've started the game. So we are going to get back underway here in the 25th minute, although we can't get underway just yet. The referee's saying that we have to wait the 3 minutes with all players out. It's quite frustrating, really. Just want to get going with the game, but we can restart now. It's Harry Sutar who will have the long ball up out to Jordan Bosch, but that'll be headed by Zeki Celik. It's with Bosch on the left side. Tony Popovic, a former manager in Turkey. He managed Karabükspor, Kodamir Karabükspor. In 2017, he had just 11 games in charge before returning to his home country to manage Perth Glory for 2 years. Wasn't a great spell for him in Turkey. Here is Yilmaz on the ball. That's with Kadioglu. Back into Yilmaz. He'll send in a right-footed cross. It's going to be an effort by Arda Güler. Meets it on the volley, but sends it down the centre of the goal. And in the end, it is comfortable for the goalkeeper. Just diving to his right side. Now coming up, it's Nestori Irakundu. He gets ahead of the Turkey defenders, and he's in. And Nestori Irakundu finds the opening goal of the game here. He runs over with his trademark punching celebration in the corner flag. But it's the Watford winger with the opening goal of the game. And it's a shot lead for the Australian national team as they all go to celebrate with him in the corner. But Nestori Irakundu has given Australia the lead here. And we had talked about how there had been so little to talk about in the game so far. But in the 27th minute here, it was just a ball clipped forward. And he just persevered, did Nestori Irakundu. He drove inside. And then as Ergachan Shakir came out to try and close down the angle, he just slotted it past the goalkeeper in all blue. And it's Australia who have taken the lead. Tony Popovic has turned around to celebrate with his backroom staff. But a man who was with Bayern Munich just 12 months ago, before making the move to Vicarage Road to join Watford, has scored once again in yellow. His first goal since the international friendly against Curaçao in what was a 5-1 victory at the back end of March. And Australia are 1-0 up here now. Really had been a dull start to the game, but it was just a ball clipped over the top for Nestori Irakundu to get on the end of. And to say, he just persevered, he kept going, he got there, and then he slotted it past the goalkeeper, and it's an excellent finish in the end. And Australia are a goal up now. Yilmaz coming down the left side, but he's unable to get any joy going down the left flank. Actually scored a brace in that game against the Curaçao, where he came off the bench, in fact. Got 4 goals and 4 assists in 22 starts this season in the Championship in England. So now it's another ball lofted over the top for him, and Shakir has to come out and prevent him from getting a second as he boots it away. So now they are coming forward. It comes out to Yilmaz. Yilmaz will cross it in. It's going to be headed away. It's all the way out on the right flank now with Arda Güler. Güler will try and run at Jordan Bosch. Comes into Orkan Koçu. Koçu with the floated delivery, headed by Harry Sutar. It's going to come out for an effort from distance. It hits the post. I think Patrick Beach may have got a touch on it, just judging by his celebration. As the ball bounced back off the post there. What a strike that was. Turkey going again. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. That time from 30 yards out, but it has gone over the bar. Just trying to test the goalkeeper perhaps, but it was the effort from distance by Ismail Yüksek. I think he gets a fingertip on it. Was the young goalkeeper. I haven't got the ball into the box really of Turkey, but that was an excellent opportunity for them, and it was Patrick Beach just diving to the right side who got a fingertip on it. So the ball comes back to Ergachan Shakir. It looks a little bit awkward for him as it comes back to him, but he is able to eventually get it out of his feet. Oh, it's with Bardachki. Half an hour on the clock now. It's Australia 1, Turkey 0. A shock score at the moment. With Yuksik, plays it into Orkan Kotchu. Kotchu into Arda Güler. Just floated out to the right side. That'll be booted away by Jordan Bosch. And it's just going to be booted away there. And then it comes back to number 14, Bardachki. Bardachki into Ferdi Kadioglu. Ferdi Kadioglu will get there. Goes out to the right side. There's Zeki Celik. Way back to Demiral. Demiral into Arda Güler. There's Yilmaz, and Yilmaz is bumbled over on that occasion, but the referee certainly doesn't think it's a foul. Every credit to you if you've stayed up from if you're listening in the UK. You stayed up to listening to this game. Reminder, you can watch it with your national broadcaster wherever you may be. Game being shown on ITV if you're listening in the United Kingdom. As it is, Ferdi Kadioglu is back into Demiral. It's Arda Güler out on that right side. Arda Güler will just give it into Demiral. Comes into Chanahoglu. The way out on the left side with Kadioglu. Now to Yilmaz. Yilmaz will drift inside. He goes to cross it in. It'll be booted away by Nestori Irakundu, and coming out just controlling it on his chest is Erkachan Shakir. Goes into Güler. Güler forces it up towards Chanahoglu, but it's a loose touch taken by him, and then the goalkeeper, Patrick Beach, will pick it up. It's a sea of yellow and red inside the stadium here, almost quite similar to the game earlier on today as Brazil and Morocco played in a 1-1 draw. It was a sea of yellow and red as well. The 80,000 watched that game in LA. In Vancouver here. 54,000, the home of the Vancouver Whitecaps, of course. BC Field. It was well saved by Beach as it was towards the centre of the goal. Such a good individualistic goal, though, by Nestori Irakundu, who's playing as the left midfielder. So he was able to just get it ahead of Zeki Celik and Mariel Demiral. There is Okan Kotchu on the ball. Comes into Arda Güler. He goes down. He's convinced he should have a foul, but Jesus Valenzuela is not really listening to Arda Güler. Typically referees in the Copa Libertadores. Goes into Güler, and that's certainly a foul. He's wrestled to the ground by the Australian goal scorer Nestori Irakundu. Referee's just going to make his way over to try and calm down the players down there. Comes into Hakan Chanahoglu now. Now out on the left side with Ferdi Kadioglu. Kadioglu into Yilmaz. Yilmaz on that left flank. Crosses it in. Chested down for Orkan Kotchu with the effort. Meets it on the volley. And ends up sending it wide of the goal. It came in, but there's plenty of Australian supporters inside the stadium. The Turkish supporters who will be a bit concerned at the start that their side is made. So goal kick taken by Patrick Beach. Beach with a long ball forward. It's just going to be headed on and out for a throw. It comes out to where Vincenzo Montella is stood. It's floated up, headed that time by Ferdi Kadioglu. And it's with Kerem Akatoglu. I tell you what, we've not really seen Kerem Akatoglu get involved at all, have we? Socceroos certainly lacks star power, but Mystery Irakundu, as we saw there, is their human highlight reel, the 20-year-old attacker who launches attacks from outside the area. He beats defenders with pace and has a bag full of tricks. He often celebrates goals with a backflip and a Michael Jackson dance move, but he made his way over to the corner to celebrate like Tim Cahill, Australian football legend, like he used to, by coming over to the corner flag and punching it. And then Mohamed Touré, childhood friends. He's got red-hot goal-scoring form for his club. It was floated up. Patrick Beach will come out and he'll give it to Alessandro Ciccatti. Ciccatti, who flies under the radar with his role at centre-back, but just 22 years of age, and he's quickly emerged as one of the most important pieces of Popovic's Socceroos puzzle. His physicality sets the tone, whilst his composure calms the nerves. He's also having the skill and polish on the ball that helps turn defence into attack. He will launch up towards the goal scorer, Nestori Irakundu. He's going to send it out to the right side, but Kadioglu will go in full throttle with Jacob Italiano, and it's going to come off Kadioglu and be a throw for Australia. Ciccatti's standing within the team was revealed when he became the youngest player to captain the side in a friendly against New Zealand last year. And there has risen through the ranks at Parma in line with the club's rise from Serie B to Serie A. He was relishing his opportunity at the highest level as it comes out to Jordan Bosch here, and poor effort in the end by him. The relentless fullback has continued his steady rise from Melbourne City to Feyenoord, whilst gradually becoming a key creative outlet for the national side. Shakir just can't play straight away from the goal kick because there was another ball on the pitch. The referee will just drop it with Shakir. Drop ball so he can get back underway. Really disappointed if you're watching this from a Turkish point of view. Here's Hakan Çalhanoğlu towards Yilmaz, but it's Cameron Burgess who just gets a toe in to boot it away. Back into Arda Güler now, able to wriggle out of a bit of trouble. He's on the ball now, goes back into Abdulkarim Bardachki. Bardachki out to the left side with Yilmaz. Barisiapa Yilmaz will float it in and goes off the head of Ciccatti, and then it'll be caught by Patrick Beach, who will quickly roll it out for Cameron Burgess. Burgess to his left wing back, Jordan Bosch. A clear 5-4-1 shape from Australia. Look at the stats. Australia with just 33% of the ball. They've had 3 shots compared to the 8 of Turkey. 2 on target for Turkey, just the 1 on target for Australia. That was the goal. Gonna come all the way through where Ferdi Kadioglu is, and he'll go back to his goalkeeper. Short pass into Demiral. Demiral into Zeki Celik now. It's across to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu all the way out to Ferdi Kadıoğlu. He finds Yilmaz. Yilmaz on the left side. Tries to play it back, and Nisteri Irakundu is there to clear away. Ergücün Şakir is about 40 yards out of his goal to collect. There is Bardachki. Just gives it Çalhanoğlu now. Comes into Ismail Yüksek. Yüksek into Gökhan Koçu. Back into Bardachki. All the players in yellow, green and white behind the ball. Of course, Australia in their yellow tops, green shorts and white socks. Turkey here in their all-red kit, but it's going to be Arda Güler from distance. Once again, he sends it wide, and you can just see that the time they get on the ball, Vincenzo Montella's side are just trying their luck from distance. As he looks on in his all-black suit, both managers kitted out. Like they're dressed for a funeral rather than a global tournament. Speaking of all black, it's Patrick Beach in his all black goalkeeper kit who will launch it up, and it'll be headed out by Abdülkerim Bardachki. Can't see there being too much additional time at the end of this first half. Of course, there'll have to be a minimum of 3. So it's Cameron Burgess who will boot it up. There is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And Touré competes for the ball. The referee waves away any protest for a foul. Goes out to the left side with Jordan Bosch now. And now there's an opportunity on the break for Turkey. It's a 4-on-4 attack. Goes out to the right side to Kerem Aktürkoğlu. There is Aktürkoğlu, and then just tries to play it inside towards Gökhan Koçu, and it's cheaply given away. Zeki Celik finds Bardachki. Plays it into the captain, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Now Zeki Celik on that right side. Bardachki all the way out to the left winger, Yilmaz. Yilmaz will play it inside. There's a 1-2 with Arda Güler. Yilmaz goes all the way to the byline, crosses it in, and it comes off, taking the last touch off the Australian defender. Number 4, Jacob Italiano, and the VAR's had a very quick look at it, and they've said that the referee made the incorrect call given the corner, so he's saying it's going to be a goal kick instead. It's good use of VAR. They can just overrule the referee and tell him very quickly that it shouldn't be a corner. So he'll count down Patrick Beach with this goal kick, as he's going to launch it up. It's a long ball up, and out on the left side with Jordan Bosch. He's able to find Nisteri Irakundu as he just tries to chop back in onto his right foot. He slips in the final minute of normal time now. Ball comes all the way back to Cameron Burgess. Burgess out to the left side. And it's into Nisteri Irakundu on the left side of the box, getting his shot away, but it's down the centre of the goal. And it's comfortable for Ergücün Şakir. So Şakir will just give it into Ismail Yüksek. Yüksek out to Ferdi Kadıoğlu now. So we're into 4 additional minutes. It was a good effort by Nisteri Irakundu. He's definitely been the star player for Australia. Perhaps could put himself in the shop window. A player of high quality at Vicarage Road this season at Watford, but Also inconsistent, which I guess comes with the age, just 20 years old. It's the Brighton and Hove Albion fullback now, Ferdi Kadioglu. Now Yilmaz. Yilmaz will bring it onto his right foot. He's actually just going to pass it to Kadioglu. Now it's Arda Güler. Güler into Chanahoglu and sliced away by Metcalf. Ball comes all the way back now with Merrill Demiral. Demiral into Bodachki. Bodachki will just give it to Kerem Akatoglu. Akatoglu out to Yilmaz. Yilmaz gets the ball out of his feet. Decent delivery in. Patrick Beach just decides to punch away. It'll come all the way back to Abdul Karim Bodachki. Bodachki will just play it inside. And it's Okan Kochu now. All the way out to Yilmaz on this left flank. Tries to give it into Okan Kochu. It's a poor pass into him and it will run out for a goal kick. So the goalkeeper will just put the ball down. He's going to look to send it long. Patrick Beach, who will send the long ball up. That's going to be cleared out. It will be a throw here for Turkey. Kadioglu will play it back to Bodachki. Demiral to Celik. Here is Arda Güler out on the right side. It's going to come out to Bodachki now. Bodachki will find Ferdi Kadioglu here in the 48th minute. It's with Yilmaz. Yilmaz on the left side. Goes into Hakan Chanahoglu. Tries to float it in towards the edge of the box. That will be booted away. Come back inside now. And then it's a short pass forward into Arda Güler. Arda Güler on the ball. Comes back into Güler. Lovely Maradona. Finds Akatoglu. Tries to move it onto his left foot, but as he gets his shot away, just blocked off by the Swansea City defender, Cameron Burgess. He'll quickly get on with it, though, will Turkey. And it's with Chanahoglu. Chanahoglu, who will just play it out to Okan Kochu now. Kochu will clear it away. It's booted out, so it will come out for a throw for Turkey. Bodachki will make his way over. And throw it back to Demiral. Demiral out to the right side with Zeki Celik. Back into Akatoglu, who has to keep coming out to the wing to get on the ball. He's not an out-and-out striker. And that will go out for a goal kick, and the referee's going to end it there. So at half-time here, a shock result as Australia lead Turkey, and it's come from a brilliant solo effort from Nestori Irakundu.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.